Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Crisco's Corner from Fox News. Vice President Harris repeatedly fails to salute military and Air Force Two, breaking with precedent. Tradition of saluting the Marines outside Air Force One began with President Ronald Reagan. Vice President Kamala Harris is facing criticism for appearing to break with precedent and failing to salute the honor guard when boarding Air Force Two. Air Force Two, of course, is the Vice President's plane. Air Force One is the President's. Or any plane they're on is called that, actually. Video reviewed by Fox News show that her predecessors, former Vice President Mike Pence and President Biden, regularly saluted the honor guard in the same situation. Conservatives, including Turning Point USA Charlie Kirk and former NYPD Commissioner Bernard Carrick, slammed Harris after a video of her walking past an honor guard picked up steam on social media. Disgraceful that Vice President Kamala Harris refuses to salute the honor guard at the steps of the aircraft. It is a clear demonstration of dislike for those in uniform, both law enforcement and military, Carrick wrote on Twitter. And there's his Twitter. Charlie Kirk. Remember when she and Joe Biden tried to sell the lie that Trump was one who didn't respect the troops? Now, is this a big deal? Or is this not a big deal? Is this trivial crap brought up by one side make the other side look bad? Or is it a legitimate point that the respect for military? I think what it shows, if you want to know the truth of it, is an attitude towards the military. But I don't think it's just for the military that she has the attitude. I think her attitude stems across all many agencies, organizations, i.e., in this case, the military, law enforcement, people in charge. When you're a progressive leftist, you're incredibly narcissistic. I mean, you look up narcissism, it has her picture and every other progressive and leftist in the United States. And I think that self-centeredness and that arrogance is what it really is. Is she ditched in the military specifically? In this case, yeah, kind of. But I think it shows an overall attitude to organizations, law enforcement, military, that they're just there and they're just, if I need them, I need them. If I need to use them for something to advance my cause or to advance my name in politics, or that's fine. They're just window dressing. And I think that's the attitude. Because with most progressives and leftists, especially Kamala Harris, who, if you remember, when she ran for president, got less than 2%, number one, so even her own Democrats didn't like her. Number two, she's just an unlikable person, period. I wonder sometimes, though, is she really the president? Or is this done by a committee? Is there like a, well, we won't call it a secret, can't use the word, because YouTube algorithm will pick it up. Is this a secret group that really is the president, ipso facto president? I don't know. But I think it is, actually. But the thing of it is, though, these are seasoned politicians. And some of them are just trash. But they know they're not stupid. And they know that visuals are very, very important in today's age with social media, television, and the like. And not purposely saluting, knowing that she'll pick up brownie points from people in the center and on the right, or just normal people in general. I won't even pick a left or a right. Just normal people in general that are Americans. They'll see that and they'll say, okay, maybe she's not so bad. And she's smart enough to know that. And then being smart enough to know that and still not do it, I'm sure some people in her staff have made a comment to her privately. It's probably a good idea if you salute, people aren't Fox News. They all suck and blah, 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 blah. So don't throw them a bone so they'll get off your case. And she probably said no. I have no doubt that conversation has happened. But she still insists on not doing it. Okay. That to me is it's about her attitude. And not just her. The progressives and the leftists. This is how they think. I know better. I am better. And you're not. So listen what I have to say and do what I tell you to do. And that's the way it is. And if you don't like it, we'll cancel you. We'll basically make you invisible. And we'll just walk all over you. And that's an authoritarian attitude. Like I said, is it a big deal in and of itself? No. But it's a symptom of the sickness. Let's read on. Video review by Fox News showed that we read that. Recent vice presidents have maintained the practice of saluting the honor guard while entering and exiting Air Force Two. Former Vice President Mike Pence can be seen saluting the honor guard members in that photo, deploying during stops in Utah and Georgia last year. Video from Biden's 2 terms as vice president shows him saluting members of the U.S. military as he exits Air Force Two, including during a 2013 trip to Beijing. The tradition of saluting the Marines outside Air Force One began with former President Ronald Reagan, not surprised, who served in the Army according to the Florida Times-Union. I know all the rules about not saluting in civilian clothes and so forth, but you should or shouldn't, Reagan said according to the Florida Times-Union. So I said to the commandant, I said, look, I know all the rules about saluting in civilian clothes and all, but if I'm the commander-in-chief, there ought to be a regulation that would permit me to return a salute. And I heard some words of wisdom. He said, I think if you did, no one would say anything. Well, of course not. He is the commander-in-chief. Technically, Joe Biden is the commander-in-chief. At least visually. Is he really the ipso facto commander-in-chief? I don't know. I think she is. I think Vice President Harris is. And what will happen now is she'll probably salute, and they'll make a big deal out of it. It's just the way these people are. It's just the way progressives and leftists are. They think they're smarter. They think they're better than everybody else. And if you don't do what they say, you're a white supremacist, or you want to wreck the planet with climate change. You do our regulations, or you have to hire this person or that person, or you have to pay this person or that person. You have to do this, and you have to do that, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. Why? Because I said so. And if you don't like it, too bad. I know better than you. I know better how to run your life than you do. Like I said, this is no big deal in of itself, but it shows a symptom of the sickness. And that's the truth of it. So I covered it. I talked about it a little bit here because it's technically a story. But I think it's a story about something we already know, about attitudes that have been deep down inside these people since God knows when. And now they're in charge. Or who's in charge? Who knows? Until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.